and lots of love from Vietnam. Yes, I'm still here. I got a little bit stuck on Cat Ba Island and I'm working in a hostel, which means vlogging does get a little bit repetitive because all days are a bit similar here. So I thought it'd be a good time for a little chit-chat talking video, and I got loads of questions from you, so thanks for that. I think I'm just gonna jump right into the money topic to get that covered because I feel like everyone's curious about that. I can't really give you any certain numbers just because I don't know and I don't want to think about it. I feel like this is the first time in my life where I don't have to worry about money all too much. So like I started saving up money 2 years before going to travel, which is kind of a long time if you think about it. So like while being in high school and living with my parents, I had a regular income, and I also tried my best not to spend too much money, save all like my Christmas and birthday money and all that kind of stuff. I barely went out to party or spend money on alcohol. I guess sometimes I'd spend money on food. No money on clothes because everything was like second hand. But yeah, so I managed to save up a lot of money, let's say around 10,000 euros, which is pretty good and like makes you feel pretty safe and secure. Someone asked me whether I think it's worth it to like save up money for a long time and like work hard and suffer just to go travel for a little bit. But it really just depends on how you do it. You can like work for 2 years and then spend 10,000 euros within like 2 months if you really travel fast and quick, or you just get here with 700 euros but you'll live in Vietnam for a year because you're volunteering. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm living in a hostel. I work here like 4 days a week, don't get paid, but my accommodation and my food is covered. So how did you not stress out about planning and preparing yourself mentally? Well, the easiest thing to not stress out about planning is to just not plan at all. I really didn't know what to expect, and I still don't know what to expect of this year. Don't know what's coming at all. Which is just really, really nice because I don't have to stress about it. I just really didn't know what was gonna come, and I still don't know what's coming this year. Like, I can just decide out of a mood where I want to go, if I want to stay, without having too much logical, rational planning involved. Like, you don't have to make it too complicated if you just take your time. Like, if I was being in a rush and I knew I only have 1 year and that's the list of the 20 places I want to go to, yeah, of course I needed to plan, but like, I'm just taking my time. I just want to enjoy it. I don't want to rush. There's no point in all of that. Someone asked whether I'm scared to go back into my old life. And yes, if I had to, I would be scared, terrified. But I know I won't. Like, that chapter is just over now, you know? Of course, I still have my friends and family, and I have a couple of boxes of things at home. But I will never live in the same place again. I will never go to the same school again. So everything that's gonna come, even if I end up going back to Germany, will be new and different, and I will get to choose what to do. So there's really no reason of being scared. My dad actually sent me a really cute letter for Christmas, where he basically just said that like, seeing me in the videos of how I live my life here, he like knows that I won't be able to live a normal life in Germany, and and it's crazy, I feel like he realized that before I did. Just like hearing him say that he's proud of me, of like doing all of this and doing what I want, doing all the things that he was scared to do when he was younger or just not able to, just gives me a lot of reassurance that I'm doing the right thing and I'm in the right place. But yeah, to answer a different question, my parents are very, very supportive of me. My mom's gonna come visit me here as well. I'm really excited for that. They also support me a bit financially, and they don't pressure me to go back and like apply for university, you know, which is, I'm so grateful for that. I found it really interesting because someone asked, and I'm quoting, do you feel guilty traveling when you have responsibilities at home? And I had to think about that for a second because I really wouldn't know what responsibilities I should have at home. Like, I guess you could assume that we have that responsibility to go back, start your studies, you know, follow that path, pay your taxes so that you can live off of that money when you're older. But I truly believe that the only responsibility that I have left at home is like just letting my parents and my family know that I'm alright, and keeping contact. Like, more of an emotional responsibility towards all the people that are close to me. But other than that, it's my life and I'm not attached to any expectations that people or society have of me. I'm only responsible for myself, you know. And I think I'm doing pretty good when it comes to that. And then it really fit because someone asked whether I'm scared of responsibilities, and I guess that I could answer that with yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am scared of responsibilities a lot. I am completely not ready to go to university. I really, nope, not gonna happen right now. I feel like I get the chance to work on that here. Like, even just holding little workshops, for example. Like, I did a tie-dye workshop at the last festival. that already felt like a lot of responsibility for myself, but I managed somehow, you know. Oh, that was the first little bit of sunshine. Do you believe in finding yourself while traveling? Which I feel like is a really big thing, like you seek out and you find your true self, kind of whatever. I guess yeah and no. I do think that traveling helps you, but it's not really about finding yourself, but just finding a different self. Like, I'm making a lot of jewelry these days, which I'm really enjoying, and I just never came across that in Germany. The whole fire spinning thing is like just a really big part of my life now, but like I'm super passionate about it, and I know I will be for a long time, but I've just never seen it in Germany, never even heard of it, you know? It's not the true me, it's just a different me. Like when I was at home, that was still the true me, and all the things I enjoyed doing there were still me, but just in a different time. So it's more of like a reinventing yourself and finding different sides of you. And then of course you're exposing yourself to situations you're not used to at all. So yeah, you're definitely exploring more of yourself that you weren't aware of before. Someone asked about things that were important to me at home and are less relevant right now. And I just talked about that this morning, because like in Germany I always had this like urge for productivity, and I would like beat myself up if I was being unproductive in a day, and I would just stress out about it. I felt like I had to do something the whole time, at least like working and making money and like working for something. And here I finally just like been able to just sit down and chill and not like stress myself out so much, and just enjoy being with people, and I don't know, just do stuff more in my own pace. Which yeah, of course led to me doing less of YouTube, less of editing. But I'm also just way less tensed and stressed out and just not so harsh on myself anymore. Leading to the next question, how do you deal with comparison? Which I was really bad with that in the past. Like watching too many YouTube videos, and like especially during my exchange years, like all the other exchange students having better families, better lives, better states, you know, all that kind of stuff. And here I feel like I really had to face that struggle, because I'm just surrounded by so many beautiful, talented, skilled, intelligent people, like just living with me on a daily basis. And then you have to just accept at some point that every artist is different, we all have our different unique style, and that we're like good at exactly what we're doing, and there's no point at trying to be better than anyone, because there's just no way to compare it really. But it also really helps because I feel like everyone's being more appreciative and motivating here, and it's not a competition at all whatsoever. And it's just more of like a let's help each other grow kind of idea here, and I'm so thankful for that. A lot of people ask me about social anxiety while traveling, and like, I don't think I can identify clearly as socially anxious, but I feel like a majority of people struggle with social anxiety in some kind of shape or form. And I feel like traveling makes it so much easier, just because you're in different situations at all time, and it always gives you a chance to start new, restart kind of. And I feel like traveling makes it so much easier just because you get into so many different situations at all time, which gives you the chance to restart the social interactions kind of. And I've definitely noticed that when I'm like hopping around from one place to another, meeting new people at all time, I feel way more comfortable, because I can just be my own. But then as soon as I go back to like a place where there's like an actual, let's say, Western society, like we have here at the hostel for example, or when I went to Sri Lanka to like the surf area kind of thing, where you have people staying for a long time, it gets more and more difficult for me, because I put way more pressure on it, and there's already like kind of like social structures, you know, it just changes. And I feel like I was being really shy when I first got here, and I've been slowly opening up a bit more. Especially reception work really pushes your limits and like helps you a lot. But yeah, to sum it up, if you have social anxiety, I would still really encourage you to go traveling. It doesn't prevent you at all. I think it would just make it way easier. I've got a couple of questions on drugs actually, like what drugs I've taken and what my opinion is on them. And I'm really being honest here, I'm super unexperienced when it comes to drugs. I've like never taken or done anything. I've smoked weed, but I've just never really been keen on trying or experimenting with drugs. Like that's just none of my interests. And like even if there's people in my surrounding that do drugs, I never really felt pressured to do it, or just couldn't really care about it, to be honest. But I just feel like if you're doing drugs, it should be in a responsible way of helping you learn and grow. Like let's say using psychedelic mushrooms as a form of therapy. And also really just when you're actually ready for it, and not because other people in your surroundings are doing it. Like that's just bullshit. Oh, I skipped this question, it's really good. Do you care about sustainability, and what do you do regarding it? Which it's so difficult to answer, because like yes, I do care obviously. But then obviously I'm in Vietnam and I flew here. but still I won't take any flights that are completely unnecessary. Like if I was going to Laos or Cambodia, I can do that by bus. There's no point in flying. Like if you're traveling all of Southeast Asia in 2 months, flying from A to B to B to C, yeah, that's super unsustainable. So I am trying to avoid that. Then also I'm surrounded by trash right now. The situation here on this island is really bad. We do like regular beach cleanups and stuff, but it's just endless. I'm fully vegan again. I went vegetarian for a while traveling, which was just really unnecessary now that I think of it. I'm generally really happy that this island is not like your perfect place in Bali where everything's clean and beautiful and white beaches, you know. Like I'm not living in a bubble here. We see all the construction, all the trash, all the pollution every day. Hanoi is really close, China is really close. Like the air in Hanoi is horrible. Even though I'm living here and living a good life, I'm not shutting my eyes to what's going on around. Someone was curious about my sexuality, so I guess I can just answer that real quick. I would say I'm bisexual. I like guys just as much as I like girls, and that's cool. What are your priorities in life right now? Really good question. I think I should figure that out a little bit. I think I'm a very socially dependent person, and I easily make the people around me my priority, or let's say if I like a person a lot, they easily become my priority and have all my thoughts circle around one person and stuff like that, which is really, really nice and very enjoyable, but of course not an ideal priority. So I guess what I should make my priority for the time being here is just to work on myself, work on my behavior, reflect on my actions and my thoughts, manage to just like control my thoughts better, have more positive thoughts, just, you know, all that kind of stuff to improve just like living with myself. Yeah, of course it's really helpful to have great people around you, but I shouldn't get distracted too much by others. Wow, I've been talking for a while. It's really nice to have someone just ask questions and you having to reflect on it and just like talk to yourself about it, kind of, because otherwise often we just go in our daily lives and we just kind of don't. I'm probably gonna look through that pile of seashells now and then head back and make some food. Really hope you enjoyed it. Maybe ask yourself these questions as well. I hope you're happy wherever you are, because I'm feeling pretty good and I just want everybody to feel good as well. So appreciative of the life I'm living right now. Really, really, really appreciative. Yeah. Goodbye. Love.